Quick pickling is a simple and easy way to extend your harvest. You only need a few materials and you are on your way to transforming ingredients to their next phase of life. Right now I have a bumper crop of radishes in my garden, and since my family and I cannot eat all of them within a week, we're going to quick pickle them. Welcome back to my kitchen. I'm going to show you how to transform 3 different types of produce into 3 different quick pickles. The ingredient list for quick pickles is very simple and should already be in your home pantry. Quick pickles are also known as refrigerator pickles. They are simply vegetables that are pickled in a vinegar, water, salt, and sometimes sugar solution and stored in the refrigerator. They only require a few days in the brine before they can be enjoyed. Pickling is best done with super fresh vegetables. Almost any vegetable can be pickled, and the shape you choose to pickle it in is entirely up to you. Green vegetables like green beans and asparagus can be blanched in boiling water for 2 to 3 minutes and then shocked in an ice bath to preserve their color, but this step is purely optional. So when you're preparing your veggies for pickling, here are some tips. Thinly slice veggies like cucumbers, summer squash, ginger, or red onion. Spears can be for carrots and cucumbers. If you want to peel any of the veggies, I would suggest just focusing on carrots. So the next thing you need after your veggie is your brine. For quick pickles, a basic brine is equal parts vinegar and water, but you can adjust the ratio to your preference. Any basic vinegar is game too. White vinegar, apple cider vinegar, white wine, and rice vinegar all work really well. You can use these vinegars alone or in a combination. However, steer clear of aged and concentrated vinegars like balsamic or malt vinegar for pickling. So the secret to a really unique, flavorful pickle is in the spices that you add to the brine. Dill pickles are nothing more than cucumbers flavored with garlic, dill seed, and red pepper flakes. Carrots become more exotic when pickled with coriander, ginger, turmeric, and thyme. Other classic combinations include green beans with garlic and fresh dill, cherry tomatoes with black peppercorn and garlic, and squash with onion and garlic. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to review the ingredients that I have here. I harvested some fresh herbs from our garden, and you can use fresh or dried herbs for your pickling experience. So I have rosemary, oregano, thyme, sage, dill, and ginger. I have this pickling blend that I had purchased already. This has cloves, mustard, bay leaf, peppercorn, looks like fennel in here as well. On here I have bay leaf, garlic, turmeric, and red pepper flakes. For our veggies, I'm going to work with cucumber, carrot, and radish today. The brine is, again, equal parts water and vinegar. This has water, vinegar, salt, and sugar. These are jars that had other product in it, and this is a mason jar that I already had at home. Some home canners and home pickle folks prefer to sterilize them in boiling water, which you can do for 5 minutes and be ready to go. You can also just wash them with warm water and soap and also run them through the dishwasher. So I'm going to pack my carrots in. Of course, wash your hands before you get started in the quick pickling process. You want a little bit of movement to ensure that there's liquid and the spices can get through. I'm going to include thyme in here. Next, I'm going to add a couple cloves of garlic, and I'm going to add some turmeric and a couple pinches of red pepper flakes. There we go. Fill it to the top. If you have some of your veggies floating around, you can add a few more so that it kind of stays packed and submerged. I'm going to add my lid. If your brine is still warm, go ahead and let it cool for a little bit before you throw it in the refrigerator. But look how gorgeous that is. Okay, so that one looks ready. Yum! We're gonna do a classic cucumber. So since these came out of the food processor, they're pretty tight. I'm just gonna spread them a little bit so that there is some space for the brine to get in there and the flavors. The thickness of the slices depends on your choice, your preference. And I'm gonna throw some dill in the center too. I'm gonna throw in some of this pickling seasoning, and I'm gonna add more cucumbers. I'm gonna add one more dill on top. You can also measure your seasonings if you want to know how much you put in last time. Pour the brine in. You can give it a few taps to get out, to release any air bubbles. And add your lid. So there we go. That one has garlic, dill, and mustard seed, peppercorn, and cucumber. I'm gonna give this one a tap too. Make sure there's no air bubbles. Pickled radishes are so good on salad and sandwiches as well, just like you would with a pickle, cucumber pickle. This time I'm going to add rosemary, some of our pickling spices halfway. So aromatic, using fresh herbs, and the vinegar really brings out the flavor of the fresh herbs as well. Get those air bubbles out. Okay, and cover with your lid. So excited for these. I'm gonna take a look up close. So the cool thing about these quick pickles is that the flavor will improve with time. So if you wait a couple days before opening them, you'll ensure that some of the spices and vinegar starts to really work into the flavoring. I found that after 3 or 4 days, it starts to taste like excellent. The quick pickles can be stored in the refrigerator for up to 2 months. So that's pretty awesome. And again, these cannot be stored in the pantry because they were not canned under pressure or preserved under pressure. So you need to use the refrigerator as your preservation. Thank you so much from my kitchen to yours. We thank the City of Carlsbad Sustainable Materials Management Division for sponsoring this video. And I'm so excited that many of you will be using this technique to extend your harvest or extend the shelf life of your veggies. We're all committed to reducing waste in our cities and in our environments, and this is a great step.